This was the sky last week in Los Angeles, California. Now, they hadn't been spraying chemicals in the sky since the fire, but this day they went absolutely nuts, and the next day it rained. Now, this is from today, February 2nd. I came outside and had these two streaks in the sky. It's 3 in the afternoon, and it went from being sunny to now it looks like the mysterious fog is back, but you can't even hardly see ahead. This is crazy. It's so dense.
Which one's talking? This might be the scariest thing I've ever seen on the internet.
To introduce into the record, page 55 from the committee's interview with page 55 from the committee's interview with which took place on July 17, 2023.
This is so bizarre. Anything that she says, she is mouthing the same thing, even mistakes. So again, who is the one that's actually talking? And she notices the camera and all of a sudden covers her mouth. What's going on?
Leave this interview and were to suggest or imply that when you said the was real, that it meant that the FBI had affirmatively determined in October 2020 that the I wanted to introduce into the record page 55 from the committee's interview with FBI employees. Just have some administrative matters first. I wanted to introduce into the record page 55 from the committee's interview with FBI employee Roya Demlow, who I wanted to introduce into the record page 55 from the committee's interview with page 55 from the committee's interview with which took place on July 17, 2023. In that which took place on July 17, 2023. In that, we're to leave this interview and we're to suggest or imply that when you said the laptop was real, that it meant that the FBI had affirmatively determined in October 2020 that the laptop belonged to Hunter Biden. We're to leave this interview and we're to suggest or imply that when you said the laptop was real, that it meant that the FBI had affirmatively determined in October 2020 that the laptop belonged to Hunter Biden. Would they be representing what you said, correct? Answer by Ms. Demlow. They would be representing what I said because I don't have much knowledge of that. They would be misrepresenting what I said because I don't have much knowledge of that.
While the press was there. Little X, on the other hand, has a lot to say, and there was a hot mic that caught some of it. So first is this little gem.
To restore democracy. This may seem like, well...
You heard that too, right? You're not the president, you need to go away. I'll play the clip a second time. Just, you watch and tell me if that's what he said.
To restore democracy. This may seem like...
That's what he said, but I'll go one better, because he also said this.
The prices from one year to the next are the same, and their mortgage all.
That one's clear as day. He says, I want you to shut your fucking mouth up. And there's already people who are like, out of the mouth of babes. But let me just put this out there for your consideration. A child this young doesn't have this profound moment where he like tells off Trump.
Let's read these words the fast way without making a mistake. Get ready. Kite. Yes, kite. Get ready. Kit. Yes, kits. And 60 on page 153.
We're going to talk about that awful and tragic day of September 2001. We're actually talking about a concurrent event that will hopefully confuse and bewilder some of you. Did you know on September 11th, 2001, New York City was supposed to get hit by a massive hurricane named Hurricane Aaron? Here's one of the reported images of this hurricane from back then, and as you can see, it's massive. Does any of this sound familiar? Do any of you remember hearing about a hurricane about to hit New York City on the same day that the towers went down? Supposedly, Hurricane Aaron's size was comparable to Hurricane Katrina, and its power was comparable to Hurricane Sandy.
Country kids on this Tuesday, the night of the Latin Grammys. Sunny skies down through Texas, all the way from the bottom of Texas to the top of North Dakota. Little rain to the right of North Dakota. Parts of North Dakota may see a little rain. To the west of the country, no problem. To the east of the country, no problems except down in Florida, a little rain. Other than that, it's kind of quiet around the country. We like quiet. It's quiet. It's too quiet. It's too quiet. It's too quiet. It's too quiet. That's a quick look at the national forecast. Here's an early look at your weather.
Hurricane Aaron got so close to hitting that thunder and rain were reported at JFK Airport, Newark Airport, as well as LaGuardia Airport. So why don't any of us remember this massive hurricane hitting New York City? Why did all of the 9/11 photos and videos show bright and sunny skies? Well, apparently right before landfall on the morning of September 11th, 2001, Hurricane Aaron did a near unprecedented turn of 150 degrees and just flew off into the ocean. It's as if Hurricane Aaron realized that enough tragedy was going to happen that day, it just decided to leave. Do you ever remember hearing about Hurricane Aaron, or have you ever heard anyone discuss it ever since?
Very curious anomaly when we watched the alleged footage of the Wright brothers' first flight in 1903. You would think that if you were watching the first ever manned airplane flight, still thought to be impossible at the time and the greatest achievement in history, you would be watching intently with a look of wonderment on your face, not wanting to miss a single second. But like the Zapruder film also shows people looking uninterested in any direction but the most popular president in history's motorcade, the Wright brothers spectators seem to be equally disinterested and unenamored. Hey, Bob, let's go grab some lunch while these guys try to get that wooden contraption off the ground. While there is a theory out there that says that entire flight was faked Hollywood-style production using models, another explanation could be that it was actually commonplace to see flying machines in the sky, and therefore no big deal to see a several hundred-foot low-altitude flight. Musings or not, the evidence seems to point in this direction. Were we flying across the Atlantic in the 14 or 1500s, as the old maps seem to suggest? Why did they blur out the skies in the 1800s? Why are there no bells in the so-called belfries? And how the hell did they get that up there, if not by air?
Several other wire fells that I've seen from NASA Cinema. Maybe you remember this one from NASA Cinema, where you can see the wires unnaturally lifting the back of the astronaut's shirt, just like Buster Keaton.
And a second wire bulges at his bum when he flies. But
yeah, I'm sure that's just perfectly normal space bum bulging that just seems to match wires and harnesses. How about this one, where the astronaut on the right in the USMC shirt actually grabs the other astronaut's wire? When he grabs this invisible object, it pulls the astronaut's shirt in a very strange way. That really looks like Buster Keaton, doesn't it? I also love this one, where the astronaut is hanging upside down, and the other astronaut on the right side pushes a button or something on the wall, which causes one of the wires attached to the shirt of the astronaut on the left to release. I guess he got tangled up when they were playing acrobats. PBS actually removed this clip off of their website, and so I couldn't share the original where you can hear the mechanism, but I'm sure that's perfectly coincidental. The astronaut behind him even reaches up at the same spot to seemingly detach the shirt from the wire. Of course, you can't forget this one where it looks like the astronaut flying in the back is wearing some sort of harness. I guess that's just an everyday astronaut harness that they like to attach to their butts for some made-up science reason. This astronaut seems to twist funny like the wire is malfunctioning, and then she starts to fall before NASA cuts away. Buster Keaton comes to mind when watching that strange twisting. This is a great one where you can actually see the reflection of the wire. The reflection of the wire matches perfectly with the astronaut's movement, and it matches the bulge on his shirt. That's a classic Buster Keaton fail. This one is also hilarious as the actor from NASA accidentally gets the microphone wire tangled with her harness wire. Notice how the microphone wire is caught on something invisible, and then she has to use her other arm in a strange way to detach the microphone wire from the invisible object behind her. Is there any other evidence that NASA uses wires to fake space? How about this clip from an old video of mine? This company, called ZFX, which specializes in wires, stages, green screens, and performance flying. It actually looks like a pretty fun job. But you should go and check out their client list, and look who's there.
NASA. No, I can't believe NASA is on there. Yo, that tells me everything I need to know right there.
He's not actually maneuvering now. He's floating free. He'll maneuver later on in the spacewalk if they backpack. I suppose you heard Cernan say you can see Edwards Air Force Base below him, see the islands off the coast of California. His first comment when he stepped out there was, "It's wild out here." He's not maneuvering now, just floating free.
California local. Texas remote. California local. Get there on the side, come down a little bit.
It's Dr. Barry closely watching those heart rates.
Look at this, guys. Look at this, guys. Look at this. The sun is out. It's midnight out, and the sun is out. Look at this. This is what we were trying to show you. This was in the middle of the sky. Look at this. The freaking sun is out, man. Amazing.
Guys, check out this amazing video of what appears to look like some type of ship or UFO object coming out of the moon. With the hundreds of videos that are populating all over the internet, I've seen all sorts of UFO videos, but this one here definitely got my attention. Because when I look at this video, obviously the quality is absolutely perfect. And it doesn't look like CGI or some sort of AI video. And what we can see is some sort of Tic Tac UFO, the same Tic Tac UFO the Navy claimed they chased here in the United States. What?
I have is an object at the bottom left of the moon. For the last 2 days I was recording the same shot and I was getting the same object, and I was getting frustrated because I thought it was my camera. I thought my camera was just messed up because it kept showing this object in the same spot just about. But tonight the clouds are showing me that it's real. It's not my camera, it's not broke. This is undeniable. It's unarguable that there's something up there by the moon. So I'm gonna leave this 8 minutes to let you just watch. I mean, it's non-stop. And
the moon shapeshifts into a face with a huge grin. Yo. Oh.
You see that?
That's crazy. Never in my life. Yo.
There's a face on the moon. What the hell?
What could cause such a phenomenon?
That's neat. Oh, he big smiles.
That's crazy. Yo.
Look at that.
How? What is causing this to happen? Have y'all ever seen anything like this? But how did this thing get on this side of the moon today? Right? Because this thing right here, whatever it is, Venus, was literally on top of the moon. I'm gonna post a picture so y'all can see. But it was literally on top of the moon. I'm talking about literally like half a mile out. Now this shit is literally right next to the moon. What is this? Bro, what is that? Look at it, it's blinking. So are we, and then again, the moon is eclipsing. So are we in this every month now? What is going on, bro? What is reality? What is reality anymore? Look at this. All right, we're gonna mute this clip for copyright purposes. But let's see what's happening here. Denver, January the 30th, 2025. Dang, hold on, look at this. That thing is perfectly round. It almost look like they're looking at the moon, but they allege that this is an orb. Wow, hold on, that thing is just perfectly round, like giving off this very consistent glow. Look at that. If you look closely enough, you can almost tell, wait till it zooms back in, you can almost see what looks like plasmoid type of movement happening here. When I think of a plasmoid versus an orb, I somewhat think of energy being created within the orb.
this TikTok. Look at this TikTok. Look at this. I finally caught the orb like everybody's been catching. First of all, why is there 2 moons? And what in the world is that? Look, I caught an orb. Bro, I've been seeing this all over TikTok, and now I see it for myself. And look, y'all, this is the orb right here. As I get closer to it, look how that's an angel, y'all. Look at the light. Oh my gosh. Ain't this something? Glory. And I'm on the East Coast, y'all. I'm on the East Coast. I'm not on the West Coast or whatever. Oh my goodness. I wonder who else from DC or Maryland or Virginia see this right now. Y'all, look at this. And then when you back up out of it, it don't even look like too much of nothing, right? But then look at this. Boom. Wow. Glory be to God. But look at that. What's that second moon crescent? That's up there. Y'all tell me, all right?
Over the South Downs in the UK of an orb-shaped thing, right? So this was filmed on a P1000 Nikon camera with a 3000mm focal length lens, which is why you can see the zoom so well right now, okay? Look at this. Apparently this orb was floating there, and OP says 11th of February 2025, 2:30 AM at the South Downs National Park, the UK. I'll try and keep this short. On the 29th of January, I made a post about wanting to get 4K high quality. Since my original post, we have been trying to plan a day which we could meet, which goes into the psionic stuff that Jacob Bob has talked about, okay? Crazy, right? I arrived at the location, which was just outside of South Downs National Park, which was the area of 1,627 square kilometers.
Another example of what I mean with this clip here. This happened here in Georgia in the beginning of the year. Look at that. That looks like energy. Obviously, any and everything that we would spot in the night sky is some degree of energy. Oh, where did it go? I feel like I'm seeing a part of Orion's belt, or maybe just some other stars in the sky. But that plasmoid, that orb, it disappeared. Hold on. Come on, get it back. Get it back. Where we at? Is that it? Is that it right there? Focus, zoom, shift the camera to, there we go. There it is. Look at that. Yeah, that's not behaving like the other stars that are in the sky.
This video was taken off a balcony in Toronto.
Look at that. Wow. That's the most active orb that I've seen to date. Holy crap. Look at that mess there. Y'all, look at this. All the colors. That's clearly not an airplane, a helicopter, a drone. This is one of the clearest depictions of an orb that I have seen. And this is in Canada. I hate to say it, but you know me.